Long, long time ago, a smolder not even born, there this chatter, called Mama's Round, and tonight is the night of their grand opening, and the play they are about to act is the story about Kindred, Lambs in the Orchard, written by the famous writer named Soates. But he unfortunately died and never finished the story. It's just like High School of the Dead. Anyway, and you may say that with its author's death, the play is cursed. And that's not far from the reality, because the actors keep messing up their play, just like here. Artlo, supposed to die in this part, but he exaggerated his death so much that it became comical, and with his overreacting, it's affected the other actors such Nanny. Nanny found it hilarious, and her mask fell off and broke. Emil's mask is so tight that it's piercing through his jaw. Pure chaos in the stage, and they are running out of time until the chatter starts. The theater is located where you can easily see the forest, and like tonight, drunk nobles may visit the play, and the fact that your only audience, drunk old dude, and they hate your performance is embarrassing, and right now, they will be laughed at by a merry miserable drunk motherfuckers if this shit continues. Arnold, he asked his assistant Mustachman Duarte to entertain the guests before the theater will be full of people. Duarte, with confidence, agreed. We must fall together and rise. We shout. He'll hold the audience as he leaves the theater. All that is left is Arnold, the producer, and his three actors that can take this play seriously. He began lecturing them. First, with Artlo. Once you died, you died. You can't retake. And enough exaggerating. There is to be only one death, and one death alone. He turned to Nanny, who is playing Lamb. Stop laughing at Artlo's idiocracy, you son of a... And then Emil. He noticed the blood dripping in his face. Clearly the mask of wolf is not suited. He suggests he clean those wounds. Emil responds that it will be better if there is some protection behind the mask, cause it's uncomfortable for him to wear it. Arnold disagreed with this suggestion. Endure the pain, did the author Soates complain while writing the tales of Kindred in his deathbed. No! Be grateful that one of her creations scar your face. Nana said, the mask of lamb doesn't fit her, it's just too large for her and it just keeps falling off every time she uses it. Arnold pulled his belt and threw it into Nanny. Then use straps, you donkey! Endless hours of rehearsals had done nothing to prepare the crew for the performance. Arnold is tasked to make this play perfectly. He's assigned to finish Soates' Lamb in the Orchard, which was her final creation. Her very spark is in this story, in his crew's hand, and it's just disrespectful that his actors desecrated her memory. The actors remain silent. Arthur cleared his throat, prepared to speak. Perhaps an unfinished work is simply not meant to be finished by another. Arnold felt attacked in his integrity. Are you suggesting that this production is a work of desecration? We seem unable to replicate the emotion of the master original tale. We are running out of time. The sun is slowly setting. Few minutes and it will be night. Maybe we just perform the things we know and leave the unfinished unperformed. Is that not a better way to honor Soates? He may be right. They had failed to recreate the spark of this tale. It will be impossible to create an ending to an unfinished work in desperation. But Arnold already sacrificed everything in his production. Even the props they are wearing, it is the original version. The mask is valuable and costly. We have to cancel the performance. Worse, they'll be forced to offer refunds. And they already used the budgets in their props. It all will be a waste. This will damage Arnold's pride as a theater producer. Arnold having a mental breakdown on what possible outcome if ever this play fail. And this is not a good time to tell him that the lamp of mask is broken. Most of the theater's budget is used in this mask. It's original, and now it's broken. Seems like Arnold lost his sanity with this news. When it fell off my face, it's broken. It was an accident. As she held the broken pieces of the mask in her hands. I think I can snap it back together. Arnold laughed with her innocence. Ha 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 ha. Tangina. That's what we spent the gold on. There were the Soates' original mask. They were alone. She said it was an accident. As Arnold narrates how important for him this theater is over the years. Many arrangements happened in this theater. viewing platforms were built to allow audience for a better view of the theatrics and rituals performed inside the round. Performers and singers signed their mark in the pillars of the theater. The theater is the only Tarnold have during difficult times, and now that he's the one assigned in this theater, it was the source of all of his suffering. A broken mask tells two stories. A voice coming from the VIP seats, place that even Tarnold's not allowed to visit. 3. If you considered the tale of the mask maker, though no one wishes to hear that story. We agreed for no visitors during the rehearsal. She's been here all night. We thought she was with you. Had she? Tarnold's attention is stopped to the woman in the golden seats, which were reserved for Lady Erhin herself. Long ago, the noble young prince once sat on these velvet cushions to enjoy the Tarnold's take of the King of the Fishes, and the prince enjoyed that performance. What a performance! Tarnold asked, "Who are you?" Step into the light. The woman came forward, but the light shows a little of her sexy body. She wore a ghostly half mask with a twirl of a twig sprouting off the top, and upon that twig, sprouting a dark leaf. Weird fetish. Her elegant movements tell us that she is a nobility. Mummy. As Tarnold finally recognized, the woman is the theater organizer, Lady Erhin. Lady Erhin. My lady, forgive me for not recognizing you. Tarnold respectfully bowed. Tarnold curious of what it is the lady is wearing. What mask is this? It is familiar, yet beyond memory. It is made of eldlock. The stories tell that any wood removed from eldlock will continue to blossom and flower in the season with its mother tree, as long as it still stands. Some say that Kindred's masks are also made from this material. It has some mysterious power behind it. It is exquisite, my lady. Lady Erhin said, "May I interrupt? Perhaps I could suggest a change." Tarnold agreed with her. "Why, of course. Advice from our favorite patron is always welcome." She said, "What if all of the actors wore masks during the play, make it more kinkier? Also, to reenact what the author saw in his final hours." Arlo said, "I like that idea, because Arlo is the only one not wearing a mask in this play. Immediately take the casket of the mask." Tarnold hesitant on what is happening. As she saw the lady clasping her hands together, there was something off about her. Arlo returns, dragging the trunk as tall as him. The name Q.W. Soates is engraved on its long side. Suddenly, Tarnold noticed how this old trunk resembled a coffin. Arlo lifted open the heavy trunk. "It smelled like dead poet," he said. The woman spoke. "The hour is late. The show awaits to play, and tonight be truly memorable if all chooses the mask that is right for them. For the spirits will become inhabit us." "For the mama's honor," Nanny said. "Whatever flavor of madness this is," Arlo said, a grin spreading on his face. "I want to be part of it." "Come, Tarnold. We must perform with the gods of life." In back of Tarnold's mind, he knew the moment Dorothy left, no one here except him and the actor. So why? Who is exactly the woman in front of them right now? The lady looked into Arthur's choice, the mask of vulture. She stated that it's an interesting pick. Vulture picks what remains. When nothing is left, it flies onto the perches, far removed from here, and waits for the next meal. Arthur turned and showed off his guise. A bone-white mask with a long, hooked beak. He may seem like a plague doctor. Tarnold kept eyes on the lady's movement. She moved so ancient, but still graceful. Also, her skin reminded like a doll. So smooth, you may not think it's made out of flesh. Her hair so dark, you'll be curious what aloe vera shampoo she uses. How many times did I explain Lady Erhin's body? The writer of this kinda sauce. Why he not aware of it? She's not Lady Erhin. Other members, oblivious in Tarnold's realization. A chilling swoon descends upon his heart. "Which mask with me?" Nana said to Emil. Her soft skin can't wear such handsome mask. But even Emil won't like wearing his mask. So we agreed to exchange. Emil offered the agonizing mask to his partner. I feel sorry for your cheekbone, as the two swapped their masks. The wall whispered, as the gust of wind swept into the chatter. Darnell heard voices. Hearts beat lamp. A deep voice growled. Darnell searched for the voice, but only see the actors. Bits of light, dancing in the dark. Play on, play on, play on. On the stage, he only see Ren and Emil. And then, he saw the words were coming out from the actor's mouth. Yes, Emil said. It is different from his natural voice. His tones are soft and calm. Meanwhile, Nanny, with deep, husky voice, "That's spelled better, little lamb." She dropped down in all fours. Is it time to play chase? When the vile leaf, you shall claw and bite. My arrow sweep, and on to the next act we go. What trickery is this? Look onto the gaunt lady. Please, leave us be. The woman looked into Tarnold. I am not your patron. Tarnold shouted to the actors. All of you, leave the stage and go home. Performance is over. The woman was not Lady Erhin, turned and looked at him with enormity of her vast, glimmering eyes, even behind the old-black mask. I'm still narrating Lady Erhin's looks for 1,000 times now. This is madness! This play is cursed, don't you see? What if Soates did not happen to die while writing the play? The act of writing the lamps in the orchard was itself what killed her, Artlo answered in a screeching voice, menacing stand. The author always my big. The corners of his lips cracked and split open. Soates is truly dead, as none remember her now, as she once was. Whatever spoke through poor Artlo didn't care how much pain it caused the man's body. The woman said to him, You are so close to Soates. Choose a mask, see her final scene, come alive. Tarnold imagined on escaping this moment, fleeing up onto the hill or into the town. Sun is almost set. The woman said, Everyone must wear a mask. Tarnold replied, If I will wear a mask, it's not the mask in the trunk, nor in the stage. Gaunt woman smiled. You wish to wear my mask? Come, remove it from my face. Impressed on his reply, I shall take your mask and become you. By the spirit we become, inhabit us. Deeply and truly, she finished. Tarnold did wear the living Adlak mask on his face. He saw, finally, the true ending of Soates' play. It was flawless and terrible, life-giving, breathtaking. With the lamb, wolf, and vulture, and together, they played one last gasp. Duarte already knew the news of Lady Erhin, hidden it from Tarnold all day, that the truth of her sudden death may ruin the performer's morale. Duarte concerned in Tarnold if he may learn about this, so he just kept this to himself, but is still excited on what could be the theater ground opening may become. However, as hours pass by, the noble audience, impatient on waiting, insulted noble, may result into lashing, mocking, it may be worse. He heard Tarnold sign on opening the doors. The audience rushed inside as they noticed the actors posed upon a stage covered with wilted blackened steamed roses. They quickly found their seats. Lady Erhin's seat of honor was the only empty spot in the house. The audience waited for the Soates' long-lost and unfinished masterpiece to begin. Duarte saw no sign of Tarnold. It's unusual for the producer to be absent on the opening night. He turned to inspect the stance of the actors. Nanny, wearing the wolf mask, held an arrow that seemed to stick directly on Emil's side. Emil's hands were wrapped around Nanny's throat. Artlo, with mask resembling a crow, his arms outstretched like a great pair of wings. You may be thinking that this is done only in act, but no. They aren't breathing. They died holding their position. The audience are looking at corpse frozen solid on their pose. Duarte searched for Tarnold, but only found the last copy of Lamps in the Orchard. In its last page, the story remained unfinished, but new line was written. The end is not for those who wear no mask. She showed me, and it was beautiful. I'll just mention what Kindred has said. And the last part of the actors, where everyone died, represent a story of what happened to a Grim Reaper when everyone is dead, or so I say, the end of time. So the pose they are making is that lamb and wolf hunting each other, and vulture are there to devour them. If Kindred is dead, then vulture is the death of memories, cause you truly die when you are forgotten. Nanin Imbel switch mask represent kindred who are also swap each other's mask. The lamb is wearing the mask of wolf while wolf is wearing lamb. The mask mother mask contains the memories of the soul's past wearer. Sultan while wearing this mask, where Soates may have wear in the past, he is able to see the true ending of the play, which part where the lamb and wolf hunting each other.